Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Seriously, I thought you fell asleep. No, today is a weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. The 15th of July, Saturday, is National Gummy Worm Day. It is National Tapioca Pudding Day, National I Love Horses Day, National Pet Fire Safety Day. So this is the day that you teach your pets how to safely get out of the house if there's a fire, I think. I have no idea what it is. Pet Fire Safety Day.
I think it's to teach yourself how to get your pets out of the
That's
house.
probably what it is. All right, National Give Something Away Day. I'll give away some knowledge. First, I have to get some knowledge. World Youth Skills Day and Toss Away the Could Haves and Should Haves Day. All of that on Saturday the 15th. Sunday the 16th, Corn Fritters Day, National Personal Chef Day, World Snake Day, and National Ice Cream Day. It happens to fall on a Sunday, so it's National Ice Cream Sunday.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it peanut butter, like peanut butter anything?
That's pretty good, but I like that green mint with the chocolate chips in it. That's really
Yeah.
good. I don't know. I've never met ice cream I don't like, so it's all good. And it is a weekend, and I've got a guest joining me. We've got Jordan Goodman, America's Money Answers Man. We'll chat with him coming up.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If you're trying to lose weight, here's a little bit of info to put in your back pocket. Lately, been hearing a lot about intermittent fasting, the act of limiting yourself to eating only during certain hours of the day. If that sounds like something you'd hate to do, here's some good news. Intermittent fasting is no better than restricting calories when it comes to losing weight. According to a new study, researchers at the University of Colorado, some fun haters there, enlisted 90 adults to take part in a trial. They found that those who restricted calories but did not restrict them to time frames lost about 12 more pounds than those in a control group after a year. Those who participated in intermittent fasting, eating all of the calories within an 8-hour window, lost about 10 more pounds than the people in the control group. So they actually lost tiny bit less weight. It's almost identical. Lead study author said the sudden increase in popularity of time-restricted eating is likely due to its sheer simplicity and the fact that it does not require a person to count calories. Here's the thing I'm going to say. Do what works for you. If the study doesn't jive with what you're getting for results, do what works for you. There you go. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know a professor investigating the death of a beached sperm whale ended up discovering 21 pounds of whale vomit worth $500,000?
What?
Yeah, Antonio Fernandez was inspecting a dead whale at a beach in the Canary Islands when he found a huge clump of ambergris in it. Ambergris is a rare and highly sought-after secretion produced in the digestive system of sperm whales, typically found in and around one of 100 specimens, and it is believed to be created when they cannot digest the beaks of their prey. It's valued in the perfume industry for its distinct odor and scarcity, often called floating gold or treasure of the sea. Yeah, so this guy was going to check on a dead whale, and he got $500,000 worth of whale vomit. This could have been our weird news, because that is bizarre. So they use it in perfumes.
I can honestly say I would not, as a perfume maker, see whale vomit and think, you know what, I should try.
Yeah, we should put that in a bottle and see what happens. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Allison Mack from Smallville, actress, was convicted and sentenced in 2021 to 3 years in federal prison for participating in the notorious NXIVM cult. Well, she was recently released after serving 2 years, sentenced on racketeering and conspiracy charges. So anyway, there's more information on that. It has to do with sex trafficking, though. So if you want to read all the details, I've got that in the show notes. And sometimes a joke might have a kernel of truth. A viral clip from Late Night with Conan O'Brien recently resurfaced, featuring the host, Conan O'Brien, joking with Harrison Ford. This is a while ago. They were talking about what would it be like playing Indiana Jones when you're 80. Well, the joke turned to reality because Ford recently appeared in a new Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. He was 80, by the way, and just turned 81. In the clip from the year 2000, O'Brien quips that at 80, Ford could do movies in which treasures are brought to him. Ford laughs, and O'Brien suggests the title of Indiana Jones, a film with an 80-year-old Ford, could be Indiana Jones and the Comfortable Bed. Anyway, I've got a link to the clip. It's kind of funny that they talked about it back, 23 years ago, and then it actually kind of happened. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Research shows plants can do a form of arithmetic. So your plants, your plant can do math. So
No way.
if you're ever struggling with math, just ask your plant. And apparently,
No way.
I don't know what that means, but somehow, somewhere, it's got to have a kernel of truth behind it, or I wouldn't be reading it on the radio.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
And also in the scoop of the day, a tech firm and the University of Tokyo have teamed up to produce an app that they say can tell you when your cat is in pain. Yeah. Since its release, the app, it was released in May, the app is called Cat Pain Detector, has racked up 43,000 users. That's a lot of downloads, isn't it? The team gathered 6,000 cat photos and carefully studied the positions of the animal's ears, noses, whiskers, and eyelids. They used a system to measure tiny differences between healthy cats and cats suffering pain due to a hard-to-spot illness. Next, the app developers fed that information into an artificial intelligence system, which then has further refined the skill thanks to around 600,000 photos uploaded by these users. They claim their app now has an accuracy level better than 90%. So you can snap a photo of your cat, you can put it into this app.
And it'll tell you what's wrong with your cat.
Yeah, it'll tell you if your cat is healthy, or it'll say, oh, your cat is unhealthy.
Okay.
You need to buy your cat some of these treats from our sponsor. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure there are sponsors.
I'm thinking there's, some sort of, you know what your cat needs. Your cat needs this fancy. I'm pretty sure that's where this is going. It doesn't say that in the story because this is a PR piece from them, but I just kind of got a feeling. That's
what it usually breaks down.
Yeah, 90% accuracy. So that's pretty good. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Our guest today is Jordan Goodman. He is America's Money Answers man. And today we're going to chat about several things, but we're going to start with student loans. This is very timely, something major that happened in the last month with student loans, right, Jordan?
That's right. So there are about 43 million people who have student loans still outstanding. President Biden had done an executive order where he was going to forgive $10,000 in student loans for most people and up to $20,000 for people who had Pell Grants. And the Republicans in various states challenged that. It went to the Supreme Court, and then just recently they decided by a 6-3 vote that President Biden did not have the legal authority to do that, so he struck it down. Congress does have the authority to do it, but it's not going to happen. The Republicans control the House, and they're not going to put through a bill like that. So all those 43 million people are disappointed because they were counting on not having to pay $10,000 per person on student loans and have it kind of wiped away. It was going to cost about $400 billion to the federal government. So people with student loans are actually being hit with a double whammy, not having the $10,000 forgiven, and payments have to start in August. They've been on suspended for the last 3 years because of COVID, and that is now ending. So it's going to be a squeeze on an awful lot of people to both be paying on their student loans they haven't been paying on for 3 years, and to have to be paying on the $10,000 that they thought was going to go away.
So the 3 years that they were not making payments, was interest accruing at that time, or did everything just kind of freeze for 3 years?
Interest was accruing. So many people, I think it's something like 60% of the people with student loans owe more now than when they graduated from college, meaning the interest has piled up at a faster rate. Even if they've been paying it, the interest is piled up at a faster rate than they've been paying it down. So it's a major burden on an awful lot of people, and they thought they were going to get some relief. Now, President Biden's talking about doing something instead, but he does not really have the legal authority to do that. I mean, Nancy Pelosi said this is something that Congress could do. Now, when the Democrats were controlling the House, they could have done it, but they didn't. And so I just don't think you're going to get student loan relief as you expected on either front, on getting it forgiven or having the payments not start again.
Yeah. So for somebody maybe sitting here thinking, okay, well, I thought that was going away, but it's not going away. Do you have any advice? Because again, you're the money answers guy. I'm just the guy that pushes the buttons. So what kind of advice do you have for people sitting in those shoes right now?
Well, one thing you can do is to refinance your student loan. If you have higher interest rates, there's a place, for example, called Splash Financial that will refinance all your student loans into one at a lower interest rate, maybe about 4% or so, compared to 6 or 8 or 10 or some higher rate. So that's one thing you can do. But you have to budget for it. I mean, you can't, some people are going to default on their student loans, and that really hurts your credit score, and it's really going to hurt you. So that's the reality, and you've got to budget for it and maybe spend less on other things to be able to pay on those student loans that you thought you weren't going to have to pay on.
Now, if somebody is maybe at the point where they're just getting ready to start their college years and they're getting ready to take out a student loan, are there things that they should be doing differently knowing this now?
Well, maybe they should really think carefully about what college they're going to and how much it's going to cost and how much debt they're going to take on. These are people who are 18 and 19 and haven't really had much financial responsibility, and they just sign the papers and say, well, we'll figure it out later. Well, are people paying off their student loans in their 50s and 60s? It's like very long. It's almost like getting a mortgage. It's like a 30-year obligation. So you really have to think carefully. If you pick a high-priced college, you're going to have to borrow a lot to cover it. Is it worth it to do that? Maybe it is. But you really have to think carefully about that before you take on that huge amount of debt, which is such a burden. And not only undergraduate, but even more so graduate school. Yeah. I mean, if you go to dental school, medical school, business school, veterinarian school, I mean, it's several $100,000s to do that.
Yeah.
And you really have to think carefully how long it's going to take to pay off those kind of loans if you take that on in graduate school as well.
If somebody listening maybe has a question directed to you, can they reach out to you, Jordan?
Yes, my email is jordan@moneyanswers.com. Always glad to help you listeners, John.
All right. Jordan Goodman, America's Money Answers man. We talk to him about once a month and get all caught up on everything financial. Again, his website is moneyanswers.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A seahorse can move its eyes in opposite directions. Also, fun fact, Heidi can do that if she's had enough to drink. Hey, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The magic word abracadabra was originally intended to be spoken to cure hay fever. Yeah.
Really?
So if you said that, you'd apparently get rid
weird.
of hay fever. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The eye makes movements 50 times every second. So your eyes are bopping around a lot.
Oh, that's crazy.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
To cook an egg, a sidewalk would need to be 158 degrees Fahrenheit, 70 degrees Celsius. So
Okay.
let's say you could fry an egg on the sidewalk. Well, not quite. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Eating spicy foods can cool you down on a hot day. So if you're hot,
Oh, I would have thought the exact opposite.
instead of going to have some ice cream, have something hot, and that'll actually cool you down. I don't know why, but now we know. Several fun facts. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. In a survey, parents said their kids can only do this for a half hour before they get bored. What is it? Not me. When I was a kid, I would do this for hours. And I bet Heidi did too. And I bet all kids our age did. Play outside.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what you were thinking because I saw the look on your face and I decided I'm going to intervene. So I don't have to bleep you. Yeah, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Welcome, brave golfers, to Algrim Acres. It's a macabre. Am I saying that? How do you say that?
I have no idea how to say
Macabre
that.
mini golf course that sits in the basement below Algrim Family Funeral Services. Yeah. The local funeral home in the Chicago suburb of Palatine is decked out in coffins, skeletons, and other creepy decor. Who thought this was a good idea?
I would totally do that.
Robert Algrim, it's his real name, turned the basement of his family's funeral home into a mini golf course in 1964, and the family has maintained it ever since. The course is closed during services out of respect.
I would hope
Thank
so.
goodness. But when it's too hot or too cold outside, neighborhood kids flood the funeral home basement to putt some balls through the mouth of a skull or around a tombstone. Hopefully not a real skull.
I actually love this idea so much. What
They
a
have
great idea.
tombstones and a mini cemetery, and their neighbors appreciate the family's sense of humor and the entertainment it provides to literally thousands of people every year. Plus, it's free. So there you go.
shoot.
We'll have to go check that out sometime. That sounds like Heidi's kind of fun. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That story, by the way, if you want to read it, if you're going, I'd like to know more, it's in the show notes for today at JohnandHeidiShow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. There's no better time to talk about the small things that can totally ruin your day. So a woman on Reddit, they said, hey, what's something that can ruin your day? One said, when my pants pocket, headphones, t-shirt, hoodie pocket, or bag gets stuck on a door handle as I walk by, I go full Thanos. You ever have that happen?
I've had that happen.
I
but
have too. Oh, it drives me. I ripped a whole pocket off my pants one time. I was a lot younger at the time, and I was walking way too fast, apparently. So definitely a finger or hand injury. Anything from a paper cut to a smashed thumb or a kitchen burn. I could agree with all those.
Kitchen burns are the worst.
A zit forming on the inside of my nose. Yeah, I could see where that would
I
linger.
hate those.
Breaking just hard enough that my purse falls off the seat and my stuff goes everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Waking up to realize your phone didn't charge overnight and you don't even know what time it is and you have no charger at work. Yeah, that would ruin your day. The list goes on and on and on. wearing no-show socks that slip down while walking. If you want to see more of these, I've got them in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at insurancechicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at insurancechicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to insurancechicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at insurancechicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? Insurancechicken.com. That's insurancechicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Reese Witherspoon. She says, "If you're not yelling at your kids, you're not spending enough time with them."
I like that one.
Oh, Reese. I always thought she seemed like she's
just
pretty neat.
adorable.
I like her even more now. There we go. That is, what was that again? We call that something. Oh, a quote of the day. That's what
We call that something.
They call that courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And this is really kind of a neat thing. Man's act of kindness turns defeated veteran into best-selling author overnight. So a 58-year-old Army veteran in Texas.
I saw this video. I love this
He's
so
become
much.
a best-selling author overnight because of a TikTok video of him selling his debut book at a grocery store went viral. Sean Warner had always dreamt of becoming a writer, but was a little discouraged by people who told him that he couldn't make a living out of it. But after recently being laid off from his software engineering job, he decided, you know what, I'm going to pursue my childhood dream. Warner, he self-published his first book, Lee Howard and the Ghosts of Simmons Pierce Manor, and was promoting it at a grocery store on the 4th of July weekend. Well, that's when Jared Swearingen happened to be shopping at the Kroger that day, and he walked past him, and he said he just looked super defeated. Before he left the store, something told him, go back to that table and buy a copy of that book. Support that guy. He said, I honestly don't even read books nowadays. But he recorded his conversation with him and posted it to TikTok. The video quickly went viral within hours. Warner's book rose to the tippity top of Amazon's bestseller list. How cool is that?
I love this story.
It said, so yesterday on Amazon, he had 2 reviews, and it's his first book, and now he's the #1 best-selling author on Amazon.
Love it.
Jared told WFAA after posting a video that he saw a fellow neighbor struggling and just wanted to help him out. Warner's book remains on the top of the list on Amazon. He said he still can't believe the fame that it's come from one person's small act of kindness.
That's
Isn't that
so
cool?
great.
In a heartfelt video, the father of 2 and the veteran thanked everyone for their support. Oh, one of the things they forgot to put on that list, the father of 2, the veteran, and the best-selling author
That's right.
thanked everyone for their support. Warner's success serves as a reminder a simple act of kindness can have a significant impact on somebody's life. So how great is that? I've got a link to that story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.